My arm is broken. Help me. God, Pete, did you dislocate it that bad? Why is it just flopping there? All this holy, please hold on to what you're holding on to. Holy crap, this is the weirdest fucking glitch I've ever seen. But it's... oh my god! My head's not even attached! Okay. Anyways, after that weirdness, hello everybody, welcome back to Grounded. Where we left off, we were getting ready to do the final defense, but there's actually something else I want to do first. Oh, I built some wizard staffs, as you guys can see. I was kind of inspired, actually, to play more Grounded after watching... hold on. After watching I'm Cade, who makes some really cool content, actually. And recently, he was making... ow. The wizard staffs are cool, but I do not know how to combat with them very well yet, as you guys saw. Either way, I was recently inspired to continue making videos because of I Am Cade's recent video where he actually went out and created a museum, and he's actually been working on it. He didn't finish yet, I don't believe, but a lot of my inspiration to actually continue playing and to do more stuff in Grounded ends up being I'm Cade's content. He does a lot of cool stuff. His editing style is really good, and I'd love to edit like that, but I don't want... I'm already kind of stealing his ideas of what to make for stuff, and I don't want to steal his whole video formats. But he creates really good content, and if you're looking for an actual decent Grounded content creator, I'd go watch him. He's pretty good at the game. He's where I actually, if you remember, when I went and fought the Mantis and stuff, the video clip at the start of that video where he's fighting the Mantis, he was actually I'm Cade's videos, and where I got a lot of my inspiration ideas to continue playing this game. So yeah, definitely go check him out if you haven't seen him before. It's definitely worth your time. And I've also killed some moths. There's a moth up there that I killed. There's also something cool on the castle I want to show you guys before grab what I was here to grab, which is pond moss, which I'm going to need for my final staff. Either way, I'm going to show you this and then we'll head back to base quick. I don't know why they didn't just put, like... Yep, that's just pretty fun. And I already went through here and I got a bunch of the... As you can see, the milk molars gone. As you can see, I've got 5 mega milk molars, so we also gotta do some upgrading. Let's head back to base here, and I can give you an idea of some of the stuff I worked on while I was gone, and kind of our plans for how I want to do my museum, because it's going to be similar in the way we set up exhibits, but I want to do mine somewhere else and play with something I haven't before at all in this game ever, because I never saw the point in it, but I think it'd be kind of fun and unique to set it up there, because I honestly don't see building in this place very often. Oh, and I also killed the infected wolf spider for the first time, legitimately, in medium mode, not mild like I did the first time. I still to this day don't know how the hell I was in mild. I don't think I was in mild the whole time, and if I was, I really hate myself because a lot of my achievements are moot. But the ice staff is what I used against him, and then a lot of healing items, because, I don't know, just the staffs are so good. I really like the staffs and I enjoy them. As you can already see as we approach the house, it seems to be built out of a different material because I've upgraded the house. It's no longer It's no, I think I upgraded it to bricks last time. It's now the max materials, even the roof. And as you can see, I've expanded back here to include a mushroom farm, so we can expand our resources. We got a special door here. This is the ash door, strongest door possible. And yeah, it's pretty cool. I really enjoy the way it kind of turned out. And as you can see, I've hung up my Coltana as well as my crossbow now because I don't need either. And I don't even know if I made the mint mace. I don't know where I'm storing it. It should be on a wall. Yeah, here it is. Here's the mint mace. I couldn't remember. It's been so long, and I need to put away this because I'm not putting it on anyways. So, we should be able to make the sour staff now. I'm never gonna make this. I don't see why I would. Yep, here's my sour staff, and I haven't played with the sour staff yet. And I decided to make all the staffs because I'm gonna kind of pick which staff I think is the most useful for different fights and situations. So I'm not even sure how this. Whoa, that's got physics. See that? Why is it so wobbly? Anyways, let's go continue upgrading ourselves here. Scan this flea meat and then put it on to cook. Stuffed fleas, perfect. We needed those anyways. So let's come in here. We got maxed out health, maxed out healing and mutations. This is gonna get us closer to the max thirst and hunger drain. So now we're gonna be taking a whole lot less there. We can finish maxing out our consumable size, and then it's just a matter of maxing out my arrows, which we don't really need to do because I'm not using bows anymore. But yeah, it's pretty good. We got no milk molars now. We're gonna have to do some investigating to find more. And they also fixed this, yep. So now I can actually use take all again. I don't know why it wasn't working before. Apparently it was always disabled for some reason. Seeing if we had what we needed. Doesn't appear we do. Here it is. We got it now. That's right, everybody. Our new base is going to be built in the pond. It's not really a base. Our new, get over there. Hold on, let me place this in the water. It's gonna look epic. Our museum is gonna be a floating museum because I thought it'd be pretty fun to do a project in the pond because I haven't yet. And my only thing is this gonna lock in a straight way once I, like, no. Great, okay, well, we'll get it kinda straight and we'll stick it off from, well, we want a big open area, so it looks like right here between these two zones is our most open. So let's swim out here somewhere-ish and just start placing. Yeah, there we go. Looks pretty good. And I want the whole buoyant foundation placed, even if it's a little more expensive and it's not required. Because I think you technically only need one, right? So like, since I have this one here, couldn't I just attach... No, doesn't look like I can. I actually have to have all the buoyant stuff out. Which makes sense. Because otherwise it'd be in... Oh, no, you don't. But it'll look weird otherwise, so... We're gonna put an entire buoyant base deal. And I haven't actually worked on building this yet. So I'm gonna need a lot of eelgrass, silk rope, and berry leather. Eelgrass is gonna be pretty easy. That's all just right down here. So I'm gonna need my diving gear. Berry leather, Wait, that's on a different world. Never mind, we're not going to use our berry farm. I call it a berry farm. It's hardly a farm. It's just a place with berries. So, you know, don't mind the name of that. That name is not correct. So we don't even have one of those on this world. So we're going to be able to hopefully shoot down berries with our staffs. Since we're carrying around 3 staffs apparently all the time now. So at this point, I was originally going to do a time-lapse, but, well, the video is so intensely long that between all the stuff I recorded, not even just everything in general, is like 20 hours of footage, so it's going to be cut down to a super cut. I didn't realize this project would take as long as it did, or else it would have just been slowly worked on over the course of a couple episodes, but I had already committed myself to what I was doing, so it's what I did. So, yeah, this video is the complete build of my entire fucking museum. Let's get into it. So at this point, as you could see, I was still working on foundation and kind of just plotting out how I wanted everything to go. Now, building the foundation is definitely something that took up most of my time while playing here. Because this is just the first building. There's 2 buildings. I did this shit twice. Side by side, of course, with a small hallway in between, but yeah, it definitely was not very fun or easy to do. In order to stay productive while the berries were drying, I decided I'd start working on the walls. How long could that possibly take? And, well, I quickly realized how fucking many planks I was going to need in order to make this happen. Each wall takes 3. I used a whole pallet on just this one section. Oh boy, I had a lot more to go. So after doing some more work on the walls, I decided to take a little break and try to figure out what I want to do with this first room. I know I definitely wanted some form of art museum incorporated in the build, but it definitely would take some time before I settled on a way I wanted to place the images that looked appeasing to me. With even more done, I decided to figure out how I wanted the rest of the art museum to be set up. I knew I definitely wanted some kind of table in there, make it look like there was like a donations thing, so you could donate when you came to see the museum, as a lot of museums have, other than some that just require you to pay upon entrance, but ones around here are mostly free will. So, I definitely knew I wanted rope, because if you've ever been to a museum, there's always a small wall or a rope in the way to stop you from walking up and touching the paintings, so I definitely knew I wanted something like that in there, and, well, this just meant I had even more materials to collect, but at the time, I was still fairly motivated. I was only... Actually, I'm not really sure how long I am in the video. I keep cutting out all the stuff and removing the parts that aren't showing up, so I don't know what time it is in the video. It's been a while anyways. That over there was a little sneak peek at the room we're not going to talk about. After a ton more time and work and effort, almost after the first episode and almost the end of a second day of recording session, I finally was to a point where I had done both the upstairs, which was a lovely art museum, and the second floor, which turned out to end up being mainly stuff about ants. There was also ended up being a mite on that floor, and some termites, and I think also the starter ground creatures were there too. But that was only the second day of recording, and I had only done through the second floor. This was going to take me so much longer than I first imagined. Nearing the end of the third day of recording, I was actually joined by Kiwi Man. Not that he got on and played with me, but he was just in the Discord, which definitely helped me stay focused on the project, as it wasn't going very well. I was starting to kind of lose it from how many planks I needed to move, but I was almost done now with the third floor. It's been about a floor per recording session, but I'd even set up just about every display on this floor. There'd be some tweaks, and obviously lights weren't here yet, but it was definitely getting there. I was definitely thinking I was almost done with the project. Little did I stupidly know I was going to have to build a whole other building to house the rest of the insects when I realized just how many of these fuckers there were. As I was nearing the end of the day 4 now of recording, I'd gotten just about every light in there. Now, not every day is recorded the same length of time. Say it was a shorter recording session, but I'd gotten the roof planned out, lights in. Everything was looking good. I was getting close to being done with the first section of the game. At this point, I was watching Markiplier to help ease off all the insanity of just the planks. It's these stupid fucking planks. These planks, they ate my goddamn sanity. There was just so many and they wouldn't stop. Just more planks, more. Just keep adding planks. Need more planks. Oh my god, I always needed planks. Now to actually cap off day 4, I went ahead and I finished off the roof as well. You know, just finishing the lights and getting things planned out wasn't enough. I actually went ahead and got most of the roof done. Not that you're gonna see that in this clip, but as you can see, here we are for another trip of more fucking planks! Now nearing the end of the 5th day, I had gotten pretty much everything inside done and even plotted out my original design for the outside boss attractions. This time I was actually joined by 2 people in the Discord, both both Kiwi Man was back, and actually this time Dr. Crispy joined in, so that was nice. I got some of his thoughts on the outside stuff, and thought it looked pretty good. I really hope he actually thought it did too. Day 6 now, almost the end of day 6. I did so much fucking shit day 6. This took me so fucking long. As you could see, I had finished not only the other side of the museum, but look how much work I'd done here. I had a whole spider exhibit. I had a second floor. I was building up the 3rd floor now. Holy shit, I was so close. I'm getting close. I'm almost done, guys. Oh man, this shit's taking me so long, but there was those stupid fucking moth. I had to kill so many of those fuckers. But I did it. I got it done. It got done, and I was so happy I was almost done. But hey, it's not really done yet, so, you know, more false hope that I was almost done. Can't wait to fight moths. Yay! Day 7 was a lot of moth fighting, so wasn't sure if I fought a moth, but I guess I have this clip of me fighting a moth just in case. Anyways, here's day 8. It's been over a week. Not all this was done back to back, obviously, but this is what I'd gotten to. I was working on the roof of the final building at this point. Needed some more bug parts and all that shit, but I was getting there. Almost done. So excited to be done. One interesting thing happened, though. Somehow Wolf Spider made it into my museum, so I didn't address that at all yet, and I wasn't recording when it happened. I have the aftermath of me talking about it, but not it happening. So, I don't know. I might need to address that eventually. I don't know how he got in still. Done with second building, just about. Just need some final touches at the end of day 9. One more day of recording, which happened to be the day I'm editing it. But yeah, so close to being done. Random dips in quality aside, which still are happening for some reason. I don't know why, and I didn't see that till now, so still hoping it'll all be okay. Here it was, partway through the 10th day. Holy shit, one more thing needs to be placed. Say this project is finished. I just gotta move. It's done. Fucking pallets. All I had to do is put away some stuff and get a piece of berry leather. Place a piece of berry leather back there, which I did do. Don't even worry about it. So, God, let's go ahead and check out the museum tour now, shall we? I see why. Here it is, the final product. We're not gonna look at the other side. That side has no decoration. This side does. There's a bee stuck in it. Anyways, this is the museum. What I've been working on for so long, and why I haven't posted any grounded content. Let's go ahead and head inside. Of course, start with, we got the founders. We're not going to look at that side or that because I still need to do a bunch of missions to get the rest of my paintings, but we can add that over time. That's alright. So we got this mysterious door, but we don't talk about what's back there. Anyways, so I guess we'll do this side of the building first instead of the first floor over there. We get the spider hall, which of course has every single stuffed spider available, besides of course the broodmother, which as you guys saw was outside. And I've reached the limit of how far I can go. Can I go upstairs? Yes, I can. Okay, anyways, we'll do this side first then. We get your classical insects that are your original threats in the yard, really, you know. Not threats, you get your food, and this guy I just put in there like he's chasing them. It looked fun. Here we get the termites, because they fit in with the ants. We get our fire ants, we got our black ants, we got our red ants, and of course we put this guy on a pedestal because who doesn't like the first enemy you'll more than likely fight, the mite. And you'll probably get your ass kicked. Because there's swarms of them. Then we go upstairs, and I set up a similar display as downstairs. I thought it'd be fun to do a corrupted variant, but I wanted to have this guy on his own because he's kind of his own threat, and he's kind of probably the first, for me anyways, he was the first infected insect I fought, and I felt like it was appropriate to give him his own display here. Over here we got the last of the mite variants. So we had the mite downstairs. This is the infected mite. We get our dust and our tick. Here is the stink bug, which I absolutely love the look of. We get our regular mosquito. We get the infected ladybug, the tiger mosquito, the bombardier beetle. Then, of course, we have the ladybird. Even though the ladybugs and ladybirds aren't in here, that's that side of the museum. Kinda sad how fast I can do it. Anyways, let me move over here so I can camera it again and continue our tour without a body and sound. Of course, we got the antlion, my favorite insect in the entire yard. I don't go to the sandbox anymore. I just don't have a reason to. I don't really need to. Nothing there I need. I kind of have what I have, but look at his fucking creepy ass eyes. At least that's... Ugh! Anyways, now that we're done looking at that, it's still my favorite insect in the game, but... We get the ladybird, which I kind of hate how he looks so happy. I wish he looked angrier, but whatever. Especially since, hey, it's just a fucking recolor of the ladybug with the pose. I mean, you didn't have to drive home, it's just a recolor. We get the, firefly. Then, of course, we have the classic ladybug. The moth was a pain in my dick to get all the parts for, but there he is. I created this little underwater display. Of course, as you guys saw, the diving bell spider's downstairs, so he didn't get to come up here as well. But we got all the ones that actually hang from the ceiling here, I guess. And then we come up these weird-ass stairs to the final room where I have kind of the big insects. This is probably my favorite because it's got the black ox beetle, which is one of my favorite upper yard enemies. And then we have this guy, which is just a recolor. Same pose, same everything. The bumblebee was an afterthought, which is why he's here. Sorry about that, Mr. Bumblebee. Wow, look at that. He's just reflecting the skybox. See that? That's weird. We get the termite king up here, because originally I was going to put the bosses up here, but space-wise didn't work out how I was hoping. And then, of course, we get my absolute favorite passive insect, well, neutral, the fucking roly-polies. And that's it. That's the museum. Sad how fast I could do it. That kind of leaves a major question I'm sure a lot of you are having. What is behind the mystery door right over there? As I said, talk about the mystery door. And we will never know what lies behind the mystery door.